Yo, how's it going, guys? I'm so annoyed to say this, but I actually managed to get some gameplay against Purrely, so I wasn't able to upload it into my last video. I thought about taking it down, but to be honest, there's some good points in there, and it does actually present a valid case against quite a few decks. Obviously, you're not going to see a lot of interaction. Like I said, this card is more of a stun card, so it's more about the less that your opponent can play, not about, disruption or, negating anything. But I actually managed to play it against Purrely, so first and foremost, this is going second, so when I saw this card, I thought I just lost immediately, and I thought, okay, this was the bricking that I had described, and so be it, like, it is what it is. And my win in this case was very, very lucky. I'm not going to deny that. But the important thing to take from this is that my theory about the card was correct. So when going first, if you put this on your board at the end of your turn, so your first turn, and you're going first, don't forget, you have stopped all of, like, Purrely's plays. They have to top deck one of their monsters, and first of all, it takes up their normal summon. So once they summon it and use the effect, you can just banish it. And even if they don't use the effect, if they choose to not trigger any of your negations, or especially Signet Conflict, it will just banish it and they can't use it anymore. And then deck lockdown will refuse them from, special summoning from the main deck. So essentially, they're, for less of a better way, but they're fucked. Like, what can they do? So yeah, Duel and Lockbird definitely helps me in this situation. Like I said, I'm going second. It's the most, I say, effective hand trap against this deck, and I'm very lucky he didn't go into an Xyz monster. So this was very decision based, but like I said, the important thing to consider is the fact that it just works. Like, it actually shuts down the deck. Now, I certainly thought I lost this game again. Just like, look, he's Ash me and I'm under max E, so what am I can't really OTK here. So I think to myself, I'm just going to put deck lockdown down and Signet Conflict down in case I'm able to, get a Code Talker monster. And then look at that, he cannot add anything. He gets the best card in their deck, my friend Purrely, to search anything, and he cannot even search off it. So now I have the perfect level of materials to get into my transcode line. And like I said, we have Signet Conflict already set. So if he had anything, it's banished anyway. It's finished. This game is all mine. It's GG's. And look, I'm able to go into terahertz, and I'm not going to lie to you. So when I went into the battle phase, I was like, okay, I've got this for game. And he ashed me, and I just forgot that everything is negated from your opponent if it's a monster effect in the battle phase. Completely forgot it. I was so scared for nothing, and I was able to mill multiplication per game. And then, because I remember the effect, this guy thought he could, yeah, look at that. Nah, fuck out of here. And there we go, 11,000 for damage. And look, don't get me wrong, this was a very lucky game today, but I'm just going to highlight again, this is just to showcase that the theory is correct. So if you go first against Purrely, against Labyrinth, and against decks like Sprite, even Kashtira to some degree, even Kashtira, I promise, then this card will just lock them down completely. Like, hence the name, like, no pun intended, but that is literally what the card describes it's going to do. So yeah, just something to consider here. I know I didn't promote it in the last video as something that I would take the risk on, but that's because I wasn't able to, really test out against the meta deck. And would you look at that, it absolutely performed how I wanted it to. So I would say that I've bumped this card up. I know I said I was already going to play it, but I'm definitely playing it now. But of course, in the future, if I see it's not going to benefit me in the long term, then yeah, I'll take it out. But one thing to consider, I know it can be very effective against Kashtira, especially depending on firstly the game state and what they draw. But just bear in mind that if they summon Fenrir and they go for the attack, you need to remove Fenrir because it can just banish your deck lockdown and continue their play in the second in the second main phase. Sorry, completely forgot that. But yeah, I was just so gassed to have this gameplay. I literally played, this is only one game, I haven't played any others. I played one game after I uploaded the last video, and I get this game. So I was so gassed, I was like, okay, I have to release it. But I was deciding whether I take down the other one and put this together with that one. But I figured, what, I'm just going to release it. But this will be the only time I do a part 2 to a video. I don't really like to do that kind of stuff. But anyway, look, I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, if you have any questions, just shoot them in the comments below. Anyway, thanks. Bye.